Newspress is a hugely complementary service to the work that we do as SMMT. It helps us to keep on top of what's going on in the industry. It helps us to see what our members are doing and the news that they're putting out. It also gives us a very useful channel to make sure that the news we put out about the industry as a whole is reaching all the right people.
My name's Ollie Marriage and I'm the motoring editor of BBC Top Gear magazine. I use Newspress every day, mainly for the press releases, but also to get press office contacts. Of course, a lot of the manufacturers have their own media websites, but to be honest, I actually tend to use Newspress instead, simply because you can get everything there in one place. And of course, you're bombarded with an awful lot of information and press releases every single day, but having it all sent from one trustworthy source is the best way for us.
I'm Nick Rufford. I'm the assistant editor of the Sunday Times. I look after the In Gear supplement, which is where all the motoring content appears. And I use Newspress pretty well every day. It's fair to say that it's hard to remember when we didn't have Newspress. I can recall having a sort of blizzard of press releases which we used to have to sort through and fill it for content. Now we do it all electronically, and Newspress has helped us a great deal with that. Now, typically the way we use Newspress is to go through it, look for breaking stories, fill it some of the content, but we'll always go to the manufacturer's website to check the details or call up the press offices of the manufacturers. But Newspress is the essential sort of the first point because it brings everything together. It condenses a huge amount of information into a fairly manageable form, and that's why it's so useful for us. Probably the most useful service for us that Newspress offers is an end-of-day roundup. So they put all the stories together and then we can scroll down those fairly quickly.
I'm Steve Fowler, Editor-in-Chief of Auto Express and Car Buyer. On average, I probably use Newspress 2 or 3 times a day. When I use manufacturer media websites, predominantly I try to go through Newspress because in many cases they're easily linked through. I get frustrated by the number of manufacturer websites that you have to have different usernames and passwords for, and some of the websites that you can link through straight from Newspress make it much easier. I'm not one for remembering usernames and passwords, so anything that makes my life easier is a good thing.
I'm Mark Tishall. I'm news editor of Autocar and autocar.co.uk. Newspress is something we use every day at Autocar. The data section is very handy as well. There's a lot of the info you can't get in one place is in one place. So everything from dimensions, capacity, power ratings, it's very good at a glance, and it's all done by edition level as well, which is very handy. So if there's any changes model to model, it's a good resource for just double checking your own measurements and what you've been told elsewhere.
My name is Piers Ward. I am Senior Road Test Editor at BBC Top Gear magazine. I find the press contacts section really good as well because it's updated fairly regularly. I've also got a book, but because the book obviously doesn't update as often as the Newspress site, it's not quite as useful.
Hi, my name is Sam Hardy. I'm motoring editor for Auto Express. I use Newspress every day, whether I'm in the office or outside the office. It's become the one place to go to get the latest releases, but also to get data on new vehicles and also to download images too. And it's become increasingly important with our use of the web. We need to get images fast, and we need to upload them as quickly as possible, and that's where Newspress works really well.
I'm Julie Sinclair, I'm the News and Features Editor of Auto Express. The Newspress is running on my desktop the whole day. If I need anything I need to know what the car manufacturers are doing at any point, then it's there, and it's basically my one-stop shop for that. I also use it for press contacts as well, because I used to carry around a big chunky scruffy book, and I don't need to anymore because they're all there digitally. And I can pick them up on my phone too, so it's brilliant.
right there in one hit on Newspress.